Engines roaring, feel the beat. Ryan and John can't be beat. On the Fastlane, so sleek. Gotta rev up, hit the street. Ooh yeah, Fastlane, all night. Feel the speed.
So the Fastlane is back from a different location as we bring you a slightly shorter version of the Fastlane. An epic 2 weeks. John, what an amazing time. Popped into Lisbon as we saw last week. Also managed to pop into London to go see Post Malone and spend some time with some mates. Have a look at this. In Dublin for a couple of days with great people, and it's always like just a couple of days here with people that look after us here, with some of Irish's finest export. It's Guinness next to Brian O'Driscoll. The Guinness is the next best thing. Some great people. Cheers. Cheers, matey. Johnny Fox's highest pub in Ireland, next to the highest person in Dublin, which is Conor McGregor. He's definitely higher than Johnny Fox's. Cheers. Yes, thank you. Fox. Thank you.
One day later.
All right, Fastlane, and we're in underground on the way to go and see Post Malone. Last stop on Fastlane's trip of Europe and the United Kingdom. And a lot of people with Post Malone merchandise on, and underground, really warm here, and then a little bit cooler outside. So Post Malone should be exciting. It's about 30 minutes from where we started our journey at Oxford Circus all the way through to the stadium. White Hart Lane to a Spurs fan, you'll know exactly where White Hart Lane is, I guess. Here we go. Right, so the last stop is to Tottenham Stadium, or White Hart Lane. The last time we were walking towards the stadium, you and I were going to go see Liverpool in action, walking towards Anfield. This ain't football, is it? This is not football. This is Post Malone live in concert, wrapping up the Fastlane's brief but adventurous tour of Europe and the United Kingdom. So all that's left to do is enjoy Post Malone. Happy Sunday, family. Sending a beer your way, virtual beer in the hospitality. I'm with Villy. Villy's just doing some stuff. He's on Mix It. He's mixing it up on Mix It. Having a little beer. We've just had a little bite to eat. It's very quiet at the moment. Concert starts in about an hour and a bit. We were worried about traffic, so we got through here pretty quickly. And Post Malone on stage at around 7 o'clock this evening. Have a great Sunday, everybody.
You don't believe it. Seasons change and I know it's cold. Feed the flame 'cause you can't let it go. Run away, you know we're running.
Yeah, that was lekker.
Yes, that's world class.
So while I was doing that, what were you doing?
I was at the Time Attack.
Time Attack.
I tell you what, it was really good to see, and I actually like these new formulas that are coming to Cape Town and to the rest of the country.
Yeah.
I don't want to say the other racing is becoming a little bit like, same old, but these Time Attacks are really cool. We're seeing different type of drivers, different type of manufacturers getting involved, and there was lots of action and plenty of, seeing the guys going completely sideways. Have a look, Ryan. We had Shane going mad and the BMW club revving as loud as they could while I was interviewing Shane as well, so it was really cool. So it's Time Attack time, and again with Shane at Killarney International Raceway. Cars are revving, getting ready to go. Shane, what's the Time Attack like?
So far it's halfway down the back straight into turn 4 as we know it, but the wrong way around, which is quite exciting because the corners are nice and long, so your concept of how you normally take the corner is a little different.
In reverse,
But it's super exciting. Nice to be lekker cars down here, part of the BMW club, so hopefully do the next race in the BMW Killarney race day in 11 October, and then we're going to spin up some wheels and have a good time today.
Well, let's have a look at some of the cars here as we stand here. Good luck, Shane, for
Cheers.
the Time Attack.
Lekker.
that looked proper. I must say, I felt envious watching that.
But
and,
that black GT3 RS.
Jeez, that is something else. That is absolutely spectacular.
And the fact that the owner drives the
Yeah.
wheels off it,
Yeah.
I think is just awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Now listen, speaking of awesome, we've got two cars that compete almost in the same category, but they're not the same, not at all. One's fully electric, and that's the EX90, the Volvo right next to us over there. The other one is BMW's new X7, and this is the M60i. This is the range topper in terms of X7. The M60i is the bells and whistles. This one from obviously our friends at BMW Tiger Valley. Huge thanks to Nick. What a special vehicle it is.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it's still very much a visceral experience. When you're driving the car, you feel the engine, you hear the
Yeah.
engine, you sense that it's a mighty motor that's in there.
You know, that M Sport button, you still get that rumble. And I mean, it's a big car and
Yeah.
it just goes. But I must tell you, when I got in, I pushed buttons by mistake. And the next minute, the front passenger seat started moving forward. The rear seats all started, it was like an orchestra. Everything started moving and I didn't know how to get it back and everything. And then eventually I realized, okay, here's the buttons.
Yeah.
But everything's automatic. You know,
Yes.
nothing's like manual like the old days. We pull the toggle,
No.
move the seat forward.
Yeah.
But no, listen, that's impressive.
Now listen, I have been loving this Volvo. The EX90 is their flagship electric car from Volvo, and the Swedes are just, I mean, they're amazing. They don't like to shake the boat too much. For them, this must have been like, you know, like watching Star Trek for the first time. It must have been so out of their comfort zone to create something that looks as futuristic as it does in terms of the Volvo space. As we know, they're a tried and tested formula that works for them. It works for the brand. Safety, reliability. It ticks so many boxes, the brand itself. So to do this in this space, well done Volvo, and it's a great car to drive. John, it's a silent assassin. This
so
thing
quick.
doesn't make a noise, but it is so rapid off the line. It is unbelievable. You're looking at a range on a full charge at around 340 to 350 kilometers.
Jeez,
Obviously,
that's
if
good,
your foot's as heavy as yours and mine, you're not going to get that kind of range.
But you can't help it because every time you put your foot down, you just get this like instant smile. But I love the wheels. The wheels just look awesome on the car. I was driving behind you and the way they spin just looks really classy.
Love the wheels, love the look, everything about the vehicle is just an amazing car. And like I said, huge thanks to both Volvo and BMW Tiger Valley. Next week we'll be back in our studio, back from our Fastlane studio to do what we do best, and that's do podcast. Another one comes your way next weekend. They have another Formula One weekend. Formula One is back, MotoGP this weekend. And John, you and I are going to have some amazing fun with new cars again in the Fastlane next week. Proudly brought to you by Betterfy.
Ryan and John can't be beat on the Fastlane. So sleek, so sleek. Gotta rev up, hit the street.